Welcome to Muscle Motors, a celebration of raw power, iconic design, and one man's boundless passion for cars. In this automotive extravaganza, Dan O'Toole opens the doors to his personal treasure trove, a collection that stands as a testament to one man's unwavering love affair with cars of every creed and breed. Welcome to Muscle Motors. This episode is brought to you by Arrive AI.
Hey guys, I'm Dan O'Toole. Welcome to this episode of Muscle Motors, featuring this beautiful 1960 GMC K1000 pickup. But before we get into that, let's talk about my boy Carl Dawson from LA. Come on out, Carl. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, Dan. How's it going? Good to see you, my guy.
Welcome. Man, when I think of old white trucks, I think of LA Carl, man. This is the perfect car to be featuring you with.
Of course.
I see you're repping some JC there.
Oh, yeah, Joy Coys. I love these glasses, man. This is so California. No question about it.
You know, the motto, it's going to be a good day. And when you're wearing Joy Coast, it is a good day. So
glasses, this truck, we can't go wrong, right?
We got some great weather too, right?
Oh, man. It's
pristine condition, 1960. So iconic, period correct, with the old camper shell on there. First year of the four-wheel drive. What do you say we go take this baby for a spin and see what records we can break?
Hey, let's go.
Let's hit it, man. Hey guys, check out my 1960 GMC K1000 pickup truck, four-wheel drive, wrapped in beautiful white with white matching color keyed rims. In the first year of the four-wheel drive on the GMC pickup truck. She's in amazing shape. She's mated with a 351 V6. That's right, a V6, one of the largest V6s ever made. Got a 4-speed manual transmission. She's got a great, beautiful vinyl black interior, and she looks great wherever she goes. Got the dual headlight look, which became popular in 1958, and she's always fun to drive. So check out the 1960 GMC K1000 pickup truck.
This episode is brought to you by Arrive AI.
Hey, man, this ride is beautiful. Thank you for the ride here, man.
It's always fun when you have a good friend coming out with you, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So this is a 1960 GMC K1000. It's got the 4-speed manual, four-wheel drive, and this is the very first year that they offered this truck in the four-wheel drive. 1960, man. Older than me, older than you.
Man.
Right?
And look at the condition this car is in.
Yeah, it's in great shape, man.
This is ridiculous, man.
You know, it's funny, I have a lot of muscle cars, right?
Yeah.
Convertibles and stuff. I haven't really ever been much of a truck guy, but this truck kept crossing my path. I came across this probably 3 years ago, and I just fell in love with the looks of it. I'm a bright color. My favorite color is orange. I love convertibles, fast, all that. This thing's slow. It's white. It's not, out there. It's a truck. It's not a convertible. I say it's so ugly, it's beautiful, And when you guys see the front end of this thing, you'll see what I'm talking about. It was on a sale. It didn't sell. The reserve was too high. And I came across it again like 3 months later, and it was for sale. And I tried to buy it, reached out to the owner,
he couldn't come to terms with selling it at my price. So this truck's been on virtually every site online, tried to, for sale. The guy just really didn't want to drop his price. And so finally, I waited like 3 weeks to put my last offer in. I let it go dead, and I just don't think he saw any activity. So then I put an offer in that was, it was at the top end of where I wanted to be, but probably lower than he wanted to be. And he accepted my offer. And so this truck came from Idaho. I got it about a week ago, and proud to feature it here today on Muscle Motors, man. You're one of the first guys to ride in it with me.
I feel honored, man. I feel like I'm in a 1960 right now.
We named the truck. What do you think we named this old girl?
Man, Ghost?
We actually named it Floyd.
Floyd.
old country pickup, right? So Stacy has a 57 Chevy named Hank. We've got a 59 Apache, that's Wilbur, and this is Floyd.
Nice.
If you saw the episode with the 67 Mustang Fastback, you know that car is Frida, and we inherited that name, so yeah, we try to honor that, right?
Yep.
What we got going today, Carl? What can we get into, man?
So we can do whatever.
That's it.
Let's do it.
One thing we can't do is probably win a race in this thing.
Yeah, but I don't think we need to. I think we need to just coast it, relax, play some tunes. So I see you got the GMC radio here. That's 1960 radio.
1960 AM only, back when life was simple, man.
Yeah, just 5 different choices, to choose from.
Now you got Spotify. It's a whole different world, man. So, what do you think about Indiana, man? You're from LA, driving in an old pickup truck. I mean, that's a big departure, right?
This is the big difference than Hollywood. Like, Indiana is beautiful, man. Just being here, the culture, the nature. Look at this view here. Look at all these trees and terrain and, the flat land that we're looking at. And the people here, so rich and culture and, and down to earth. I love Indiana. I'm a fan.
Thanks, man.
And my buddy's here, so,
Hey, I hope we get you out here sometime, man.
Man, love it out here.
No other cars on the road with us right now. You can't say that.
We own the world. In California, we would be in probably a traffic jam right now. No question about it.
This is the heartland, man. Midwest, right? Carl, what was your first car?
My first car was a Mazda 626.
Nice.
Man, I was in love with that car. I'll tell you a cool story about it. I wanted everyone to see me at the high school right before they got out at 2:30.
Yeah, right.
So I got it from the dealership, and I'm driving. I'm going probably way above the speed limit, trying to get to the high school. There was a huge dip I did not see. I hit that dip. I kid you not. It was like the Dukes of Hazzard. The car flew through the air, lands, and instantly shuts down.
Oh my God.
I'm thinking I haven't had the car for an hour, and the car shuts down on me, right? I sit there for a second, and the car came right back on, and I got to that school, and I pulled up right in front. I wanted the whole school to see me in my new Mazda 626.
You know what? When I was in high school, they introduced that car, and a buddy of mine and we went and drove. They let us test drive a Mazda 626. We got that thing up to like 120. That car was smooth and fast. Yeah, we went out. They didn't even give the sales guy didn't even go with us. Can you believe that? It's funny you had that as your car, because that's one of the few cars like that I can have a great memory of.
That's crazy, man.
I thought it was a great car. Really well put together, very solid. I just remember that really impacted me. I was like, yeah, that was a great car.
So what was your first car, man?
My first car was a 1973 Pontiac Catalina Coupe. This was a big lead sled, burgundy vinyl interior, man. I was living large.
Oh, man.
That thing sent me back $1,065. I bought it with my paper route money. I got it when I was 15. So what I would do is, if my parents weren't around, I'd take a buddy or two out. We'd go cruising in the old Catalina, and then my parents got home. They never had any clue that I was out breaking the law. So that's one. But one night I was coming home from work, and it was winter time, and my dad had just put a new mailbox up, and I came in hot, and it was all AC. I started sliding right toward that mailbox, and I couldn't stop. I was doing everything, and I threw it in neutral, and I turned the wheels, and I did like a 180 in the back end of the car, slid right up against the mailbox, but didn't even touch it. I was like,
Wow.
man, yeah, that was close.
Wow. What must have been nice, 15 with a ride like that?
Man, I like I said, I was cruising, man. It wasn't a new car. It wasn't anything too crazy, but those were the days, man.
Those were the days.
And that started my love affair with cars.
This episode is brought to you by Arrive AI.
And that started your love affair for cars.
Then right after that, my dad said, hey, do you want a new car? I go, yeah. He goes, come with me to the Ford dealer. This is 1980. I went with my dad. There was a brand new Ford Pinto sitting there, 4-speed. And my dad told the salesman, he goes, if you can teach my son how to drive that manual, I'll buy that car right now. You never seen a guy work so hard. We're going up and down the lanes and all that.
Yeah.
And he told me how to drive it. I took that thing home, and that was amazing. I remember the first day I got that, you want to go show all your friends like you did with your car.
Yep.
So I wanted to go make the rounds. And I remember it was a stick shift, and I was just getting going on that. And there's this one street where I lived where the stop sign was on the top of the hill.
Yep.
I keep stalling the car. I'm there like for 30 times, and I'm feeling all this pressure. There's a huge line of cars. It was so stressful. But I made it out, and that taught me never to do that again. I never went down that road again, just like you did. And I did. And then I went on and started buying cars. I had 3 jobs. I was one of the only kids I knew that had 2 cars at that young age.
Wow.
I had a green Hornet. I bought a Nissan Sentra. I had a 69 Plymouth Sport Fury convertible.
Wow. Seeing your collection, it reminds me of like the Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
And seeing that, it reminds me of back when I was a child playing with Hot Wheels. You have the actual real cars.
And what's funny, I do have Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars still from when I was a kid.
Oh wow! But you're living a dream, man. You have the Hot Wheels, but this is not something new. You built this stuff over time. It looks like, right?
I did.
Right. So when did you first start to get the cars?
I've been married for 36 years. My wife and I have always shared this passion for cars.
Congratulations, 36 years.
36, yeah, you believe that? Feels like 37. Who knew? We got a chance to go to the Brickyard 400 race back in 1996, and the car that was pacing that race was the 97 Camaro. They had rows of these pace cars sitting down there, and I said to Stacy, I said, look at all those. I said, I'm going to get one of those. She goes, yeah, we should. So when the race was over, a lot of those cars went to local dealerships to be sold, and negotiated. I think it took 7 hours to negotiate that deal. I was there all day by myself with the sales guy. I remember he took a picture and put me up on the wall because it was the hardest sale he ever made. So I got that car. That's number 49 of 49 made.
Okay.
And the VIN number ends in 049.
Oh.
So it's pretty cool. That started it. So that was 96. So that's 31 years ago actually. It's evidenced here today with this truck.
Oh yeah. Beauty. And we got in it, man. You just got this thing a couple of weeks ago, or last week, right?
Yeah, it showed up last week.
Last week you got it, and we're rolling right now through Indiana.
There you go, man. looking great, right?
Looking amazing. I love this, man. I love this car. So what would you say is your favorite?
Carl, why don't I tell you when we return here to Muscle Motors? Stay tuned, guys.
Looking forward to it.
This episode is brought to you by Arrive AI.
So, Carl, you asked me what my favorite car is, right?
Yep.
Yeah. How many kids do you have, Carl?
4.
Which one's your favorite? Right?
Right?
Yeah, you know.
They're all different, right?
They're all different.
Yeah.
They're all your favorite. You love them all. You know, it has nothing to do with price, value, you know, what's popular, what's not. It's how I feel when I'm driving those cars and what compelled me to buy them. I love them all. These cars all helped build America. They're all part of Americana. Cars are a great centerpiece to anybody's life, right? Everything you do somehow or another is centered around, you know, the automobile, right?
You know, seeing your collection, you know, what I noticed is that just one car is one person's dream car. Like this car, for example, this could be somebody's dream car.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And you have multiple dream cars.
My first real car that I bought, I always wanted a V12 Jaguar convertible in this champagne gold color, you know, with a brown interior, just a beautiful, stately car. I had a picture of that above my desk, and that was a car I was working toward getting. And I got my first real job, and I was kicking ass. I was in sales. In third year of the company, I made more than the president. I said, Stacy, I want this car. She goes, go buy that car. And I got emotional. I overpaid. I broke my little, and she still holds that over my head today. But, you know, it's also the shortest amount of time I ever had a car. So many issues with it. I bought it from the Jag dealer here in town. I went back to him after all these problems. I go, hey, just give me a buy bid to buy it back. They go, we don't want to buy it back. You know,
wow.
Yeah, that's how bad it was, and that's how they treated me. I wasn't in a cash position to really continue to take care of that car.
Sure.
So I put it for sale, and this really cool guy, he bought this for his wife for their 50th anniversary, and he had it shipped up to Chicago. She returned from a cruise. He had this car full of helium balloons, and he got special permission to take it out on the tarmac at O'Hare. And he took it out there, met the flames. They put the top down. When they put the top down, all the balloons came out right there at O'Hare.
Oh,
and she wrote me the nicest postcard and pictures of this, and they loved the car. And so, you know, I wasn't able to sustain my dream at that time, but I was glad to get that car where it needed to be and get them in that car. And so I've had great experiences with cars. I love them. It's the center of my life, and just really awesome.
That car was meant to be.
It was. Hey guys, I'm Dan O'Toole. On behalf of my buddy Carl Dawson and Floyd here, we're signing off. Have a great day, and we'll see you out there on the streets, guys. That was a good one, wasn't it?
That was a great one.
Thanks, buddy.
Some good stories. Great stories, good times. On Muscle Motors.
This episode is brought to you by Arrive AI.
Hi, I'm Dan O'Toole, and this season on Muscle Motors, we kick things off with a purple dream machine, the legendary plum crazy purple Dodge Challengers roaring back to life in all their glory. Then we roll the clock back to 1959, taking you inside one of the most stunning American classics ever built, the iconic 59 Cadillac convertible. Next, I hit the road with the former mayor, cruising through Indiana in a bold, bright, completely one-of-a-kind orange Oldsmobile. Looking for trouble, we head straight into the shadows of the Batcave to check out Batman's legendary ride, the original Batmobile. Then, buckle up because we're going out of this world with a futuristic, one-of-a-kind spaceship car that you simply have to see to believe. I even tap into my inner 007 as I unveil my sleek, stealthy, show-stopping black Corvette. And since Indiana is racing country, I'm taking you inside my personal world of speed with my authentic pace car collection. Still hungry for Corvettes? We head straight back to the legendary Corvette Museum to satisfy every gearhead's cravings. Then, nothing beats pure American muscle like a classic red Mustang. We keep the engines roaring with a true workhorse turned masterpiece, a beautifully restored 1960 GMC pickup. And to close out the season, we're heading to the big stage, the Mecum auction, where I buy, sell, and trade the next generation of classic legends. So buckle up. This season of Muscle Motors is horsepower, history, and heart like you've never seen before. Stay tuned. Muscle Motors is just getting started.
Until next time, keep your engines running, your tires burning, and your love for cars alive. Thanks for watching Dan O'Toole's Muscle Motors. Drive safe, and we'll see you on the road. Muscle Motors.